I'm gonna go to this one. This one's interesting. I saw someone else use this, but I'm afraid to play the clip now. It's about Candace Owens and Killer Mike. It's about Candace Owens and Killer Mike and T.I. and Mallory, right? And some guy who I have no reason, I don't understand why he was there at all. What's this guy doing up there? I don't know if we should take a chance, guys. They might try to shut down my channel. Can't get shut down on Facebook and YouTube on the same night. That would be like, goose, what'd you say, dude? It's almost like you must have said Julian Assange / Chelsea Manning / Ilhan Omar all in the same. So you thought they cut me, didn't you, Johnson? All right, so look, guys, here we go. We're going to go with this. All right, so if you do a search and go to TYT, because they get to show whatever they want. They did a clip about this. T.I. was at the Revolt Summit, and that's P. Diddy's channel or company, where they brought together some notable black figures for what was called a Black Agenda. Black Agenda voting and Donald Trump. And that's what the topics were supposed to be. And they had these conversations. And there were times when the conversation got a little heated. Yeah, the conversation got a little bit heated. There was one part that's very notable is when T.I. called out Candace Owens for supporting Donald Trump. And he said that he felt that it was very hypocritical of her and that he couldn't get past in his mind why she would support Donald Trump after Donald Trump has said so many racist things. After Donald Trump refuses to call out and disassociate himself with white nationalists and to call out white supremacy. And she proceeded to say, this is all bluster. It's not true. Donald Trump, yada, 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 yada. Okay, Donald Trump's a great guy. Donald Trump's done all these great things. And, the usual spiel from somebody who gets a lot of money from Republican organizations. And you can fact check me, Johnson. That's totally true. And that's always the hazard when you take money from big organizations that have political leanings. You will always be accused of being in bed with them for monetary reasons. Yeah. So, but anyway, the thing I want to get to, because that one's really easy and everyone's going to talk about it because he brought up Make America Great Again, and how could you be supporting a president or Trump who wants to make America great again? What was the time, exactly, what was the time in time, the history in time, the moment in time that we're trying to get back to? What time, as T.I. said, do you want to replicate Candace Owens? So she wouldn't answer the question. She started bringing up slavery was everywhere and slavery was bad, but hey, America did it, so, it's really sad, but everybody did it, and just because somebody walks off a cliff, you should walk off too, because, hey, that's what we're doing, we're walking off cliffs. Walking off cliffs is fun. So she just made excuses for it, never really answered when this magical time was. Here's the thing. That's the easy, low-hanging fruit about the conversation. There was a part when Candace Owens was hitting everything out the park. She was saying everything that was true. She was calling out the Democratic Party and how it uses race to scare black people. It uses the word racism and racist and bigot to get black people to vote Democrat. And she's right about that. I repeat, she's right. The Democratic Party uses that to get, Democrats, particularly black Americans, black folks, to vote, Democratic. That's what they do. They scare black people. They go, you can't vote for him. He hates you. You're black, and he hates black people. He's a racist, Johnson. And you go, well, I guess I got to stick with you guys. They're like, you're damn right you got to stick with us, Johnson. Get in the back. We're helping the gays this week. We'll get to you when you can. You raise your hand like, hey, all right, so I'm with you, remember? So remember me, you going to hook me up? Oh, no, well, yeah, we're going to get to you, but first we got to help DACA, help the Latino brothers and sisters. You know, they're the growingest, biggest, fastest growing voting bloc in our party. So, yeah, we got to help them first. We'll get to you. Don't worry about it. And then about three weeks later, you come back, hey, remember us? Hey, remember me? You thought you loved me. Remember us? And they're like, look at you. Yo, gosh, I did say I was going to do something for you. I know what we'll do. We'll protect you from the racist. Now get in the back in there and go make us some grits. And make sure you show up on time, because about 2 of you didn't vote for us last time, and everything's your fault because you didn't get out to vote enough. A couple of you, about 2% of you, 2 to 4% of you didn't fall in line. That's why we ended up losing. So get it together, Blackie, or that's it. Well, I'll make you go over there with the racist Republican. So this is the thing they do. So Candace Owens is right about that. I repeat, she's right about the game. This is the part about Candace Owens that must be expressed. Candace Owens leaves out, the Republican Party sucks too. Yeah, the Republican Party uses race all the time. They just use it the other way. Yeah, they go, yeah, you don't want to deal with all this diversity. People telling you got to hire blacks. Who does that? Who comes up with these ideas that we got to hire? Hey, look, just because you don't want blacks around you and you move away from them, that don't make you bigoted. It makes you smart. They're dangerous, Johnson. You got to run the other way when they come. And Candace Owens leaves out the fact that there are all types of identity politics in the Republican Party too. It's called guns and NRA guns and religion, and war and patriotism. Well, Democrats are war too, but they try to. They're like in the closet warmongers. Like, hey, what you doing in there, man? Why is this door locked? Oh, nothing. Why does it smell like cottage cheese and sweat socks? What you doing in here? So what people don't understand about Candace Owens is that she's a two-faced, okay? Look, truth-telling should be both sides of the aisle. Candace Owens only can call out one side of the aisle. That's the Democrats. And that's why she is a hypocrite. Now, don't get me wrong, T.I., he just got all irate and blustering and getting all loud and shit. But I get his point about police brutality, but there's a lot of other things that are going on with the Republican Party that are horrible, or that's going on with Donald Trump that are horrible, besides the fact he said, there's bad people on both sides, and then they ran with it. They got a sound bite. Yeah, she's right about that. They did run with it. They did get a sound bite. He gave her the sound bite. He gave them the sound bite. He didn't have to, But here's the thing. There are so few truth tellers because it's unlucrative. It's financially disadvantaged. You will be financially disadvantaged if you call out both sides of these issues. You are going to be financially disadvantaged if you call out the Democratic Party and you are brown. Unless you join the Republicans. And then you can't upset their sensibilities. She can't challenge the power structure in the Republican Party, even though she says she's an independent, but her rhetoric is blame black people for black people problems. There's a reason, Johnson. There's a reason, Johnson. Yes, she'll talk about unwed mothers in the black community, but she won't talk about why. She'll talk about families need to stick together, but she won't talk about why. She won't talk about what breaks up families. Stress would be one, and being worth 1/10 of white families might have a little bit to do with it, Johnson. But she never even toys with these ideas. Instead, she says things that make white people feel better and blames black people for black people problems. Now I'm going to get off of Candace Owens, but I'm going to leave you with this. Candace Owens is not wrong about everything, but she's wrong about the most important things. It's a 3-letter word. It starts with a W and ends with a Y. And it's called Y. The other thing is this. I've met a lot of black people who were poor. I've met a lot of white people who were poor. But I've never met a white person who was poor because they were white. But I met a lot of black people who were poor because they were black. You figure that out, Johnson, then we'll have something to talk about.